I'm Lauren Whitehurst. I'm a certified personal trainer and certified nutrition coach.
Hi, I'm Sunny Lippincott. I'm a certified professional life coach and a certified brain health professional. And together we make Whole Life Vitality.
We teach whole life vitality of the mind, body, and soul, bringing the physical, emotional, and spiritual together for whole life wellness. Welcome back, friends.
Welcome back.
Sunny.
Yeah.
How's it going? What's going on?
It's going. I am in a season of there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Is anyone else in that season?
Well, I mean, it's spring, sort of, almost spring.
Yeah. Well, depending on where you live. We're in Alabama, so end of January. It's almost spring. We got 3 more weeks left.
The spring is springing. I'm just saying, it's already going to be in the 60s today, and we got 70s next week.
But it started in the 30s this morning.
That's true.
It's going to be in the 60s.
That is true. But this time of year, we are knee deep in all of the sports stuff because basketball and cheer are coming to an end, and baseball is starting, and it's just all the things.
And Lauren and I mentioned to you a while ago that we were going back to college.
Oh yeah, that's so funny because I was busy and that I didn't even think about it.
See, it's on my mind. It's on my mind. That actually starts for us this week.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. What day is today? In 2 days. Starts in 2 days.
In 2 days. Now we are both moms. Mm-hmm. We both have jobs.
Uh-huh.
Our spouses. We have husbands. Mm-hmm. Our spouses have jobs.
Mm-hmm. Busy jobs.
Busy jobs. We do this, and we both felt the need to go back to college. So I got there's a lot going on.
I did tell my daughter, who is 14, that we might graduate college at the same time.
Yeah,
it might take me the next 8 years to work my way all the way through this one class at a time.
Yes,
but we're gonna get there.
Yeah. So as I was thinking about all the things that, is going on, sometimes I can get paralysis.
Yeah. Overwhelm.
The overwhelm paralysis. Mm-hmm. And I just stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, there are posts to write. There are ebooks to write. There is reading to be done.
There will soon be assignments that need to be done.
Why don't I just watch TV?
That sounds easier. Let's do that. That sounds great.
So it hit me. I started really diving into procrastination and wanting to really learn about it.
Yeah.
And because I was I can't be the only one that experiences procrastination. And
you're definitely not.
So talking about that today, what is procrastination? So just a definition. It's self-defeating behavior marked by short-term benefits and long-term costs. So you're benefiting the short term. I say, and it's costing you long term.
I say current Lauren is doing future Lauren dirty.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means.
Because I'm do I want to do myself a favor right now and do future Lauren a favor, or do I want to sit here knowing I'm going to deal with the consequences?
Yes. So here's some statistics about procrastination that kind of blew me away. Chronic procrastinators. So I'm not in the category of chronic. I don't do it every day.
Yeah,
I don't
chronic
do it all the
is
time.
Regular, consistent pattern of...
A consistent pattern. There's 25% of people who are chronic procrastinators, but 95% of people say they do it on occasion.
Yeah. I want to know who that 5% is. I'm just saying the 5%.
What is that 5%?
Is that 5% in denial? What's happening here?
That's Elon. Elon, if you're listening to this, call me.
Tell us your secrets. Yeah, Tony Robbins.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. And this is the one that really blew me away. In the last 30 years, which is my lifetime because I'm 40. So in my lifetime, in the last 30 years, procrastination has quadrupled. Okay. I'm not talking about
we have
doubled. I'm talking about quadrupled.
4 times, because we have so many other things to draw our attention, because there's so many distractions.
Quadrupled.
You think that's why? Technology. And because of technology, we can procrastinate and wait till the last minute and still actually get stuff accomplished.
But does that
we don't have to wait for the library to
blow your
open.
mind, though, quadrupled? Because when we say something is doubled, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
But when it has quadrupled,
As
and that's
in-
only in the last 30 years.
As in the 25% are doing it 4 times more often, or that the 95% has grown?
Lauren, college has not started for me yet. Okay? Go on with you.
I'm just like, hang on. What part is, as in like, we're doing it more often, or more
4
people
times.
or more people or more people are doing it?
I think it's more people.
Okay.
The percent,
So the 95%
the population
now,
has quadrupled.
I see.
That's what
the amount of people who are procrastinating
So
has quadrupled.
This is also interesting to me. Depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, ADHD, and poor study habits all linked to procrastination.
Well, yes, that's true. And I absolutely could have told you that, because as someone with ADD, and my daughter as well, we have ADD, and I learned very young that I would put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off because I was more productive. I got more done with the pressure of needing to get it done quickly.
Yeah.
And that focus, and I would zone in and just get it done and knock it out right before it was due.
Yeah.
Then
I work better that way.
Right. Well, and a lot of people say that. Like,
Yeah,
that is a common thing that I hear.
a common belief.
Yes. And ultimately I realized it wasn't serving me as well as I thought it was. Really, it was just making anxiety go through the roof, which was not super fun either.
Yeah.
And so I did change my ways, but I lived that space for, 20 years.
Yeah. Think about that. People delay action with the idea that they'll feel better in the short term,
Yep.
but it's actually causing depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, ADHD, and poor study habits.
Hang on. So the things that procrastination causes, the same things that cause procrastination? That's a vicious cycle right there.
So speaking of that, I researched the top contributors. So I went to, multiple sources. They were all saying the same thing. And there was 4 that are the main contributors to procrastination. Okay. So if you are having it chronically, or you're just having it on more occasions, pay attention to this. Number 1, a lack of belief in your abilities.
Oh, that is so true.
So believing that you can carry out tasks is essential to your function. Like, you have to believe you can do it in order to carry out the task.
And it's okay to be delusional in this way. Mm-hmm. It's okay to tell yourself, no, I can do it, even if you don't actually believe you can do it, because you'll start to believe it the more you tell yourself, and then you'll actually do it, and then you'll have the proof for yourself to know that you can.
But if you are lacking the belief, then you're less likely to begin a task or see it through.
Yeah.
If you do not have the belief in your abilities.
I do think that is one of the benefits of ADD, though, because I kind of think I can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know logically I can't do everything, but also at the same time, I'm like, but can't I?
Yeah. Well, my husband, who also has ADD, his saying is say yes to everything and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Which is so unhealthy. It's
yes.
so unhealthy.
That is also
because
true.
He says yes to everything.
Because then you live in chronic overwhelm.
Yes. But for those of us who do not have it, I will say that this one has, I actually put off getting my applying to get training for coaching, for life coaching, because I did not believe I could do it.
Yeah.
And I did not go to college after school because I did not believe that I could do it. Mm-hmm. And now I've decided that instead of doing it at 18, when I was not married and did not have children, that it'd be easier to do it at 40.
Had a little more time freedom. It's funny because somebody recently said to me, I mentioned I was going back to school, and they were trying to talk to me about how much easier it would be for me now. And why people in their 40s shouldn't get the same student discount that people in their young 20s should get. And I'm like, okay, you think I have more expendable income right now paying for a mortgage and children's private school school and all of children's sports. Like, you think I have more expendable income than I did when I was 18?
That's nuts. Let's have them on the podcast.
Oh, it made me laugh, and I was like, you know what? Perception is reality. It's fine.
Okay. We'll come back around to that one. Right. So lack of belief in your abilities. Number 2, top contributor, fear and anxiety. You may delay essential medical tests because you're afraid of diagnosis. I know people that actually have issues and they will not go get checked because they don't want to know what it is. And on that flip side, I have talked to friends and family who really need counseling.
Yeah.
Because they have not dealt with their trauma, and they have told me, I don't want to know what's inside of there. Yeah. And they won't go.
All right, Sunny, here's the cold hard truth. You ready? We both know that I am a cancer survivor. Mm-hmm. Survived melanoma. It was in my lymph nodes. It was a big deal. Survived it. Mm-hmm. Got it all taken care of. Whatever. I am terrified to go to the dermatologist. And so I have not made an appointment because I'm like, I know the rest of my body needs to get checked. I don't want to. Yeah, fear. And so, you know what? We're going back to college. Maybe I need to make myself an appointment too.
There you go.
That was a little nauseating to say.
See?
Whoa.
Truth. The more anxiety we experience about a task, the more likely we will put it off until later. So that's that difficult call that you need to make.
Yeah.
That you don't want to.
I don't want
to. You put it off and you put it off, you put it off. That paper you don't want to write because you feel like that speech you need to give, all of these things you put off. And also the fear of being judged or embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because you might not come across as like, as much as,
Well, I also don't want to get naked on a table.
There you go.
Let's be fair. There's lots of stuff about the dermatologist that I'm like, I'm sure they're lovely people. Okay. I'm sure it's great.
I got to make the gynecologist appointment when I get off this.
Girl,
see,
I'm living in the same land right here.
Come on. All right. Number 3, perfectionism. We will delay tasks we won't perform well or that will fail altogether, wanting to put off tasks until we feel better prepared.
Yeah.
But here's the key. Inspiration is more likely to strike once a person starts a task. Mm-hmm. So, I have a friend who is brilliant. And she knows that she's supposed to write this book.
Oh, no.
And she keeps putting off this book because either she doesn't feel adequate enough in her life, or she doesn't feel like she knows enough, or she's afraid of how it's going to be taken.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she keeps waiting until she feels that she's going to be this stage. She'll be better prepared. And we have all done that. Yeah.
Because we're 40 and going to college.
Yes. And I did that with my own book, which ironically, she helped me with. So
that is very funny. Well, and okay, so I have a friend who is also just total perfectionist, right? Mm-hmm. Also says yes to too much, also has ADD. I mean, we have a lot of things in common, except for she is the one who told me about done is better than perfect.
Absolutely.
Done is better than perfect. And I mean, it's hard to take our own advice, as we all know, but done is better than perfect. When I was a teenager, part of what helped me kind of head the way of letting go of some of that procrastination was I heard it's going to take longer for me to talk myself out of it than it will for me to just do it.
Yes. And this literally says inspiration will strike once you begin.
Yep. So, I mean, here we are. 20 years later, we could have gone to college 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're finally here and saying, you know what, we're just going to do it.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it for the last 20 years. I imagine it's been in and out of your brain as well. And so we could have been done. We could have already done the thing.
Yeah. Apparently,
we could have done the thing many times over.
It's going to be great.
So, but either we do it now or we spend the next 10 years thinking about it and we don't get any closer to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just start.
And then the last one, but the one that is most prevalent.
Oh no.
And the one that causes the most procrastination is distraction. The largest source being social media.
Yeah.
Distraction is the number one of the 4. And the largest source of distraction is social media.
Because it's not conscious procrastination. You are distracted, you open it up, and then you are procrastinating because you've just let yourself go into this land of scrolling where you lose hours.
Well, and they said there's two reasons. One of them is if you want to improve your mood and escape reality, they think that social media actually does that.
Well,
if they're feeling stressed out or sad, then they think that scrolling TikTok is going to improve their mood.
It's the equivalent of I'm tired, so I'm going to have an energy drink. I actually think it's going to give me more energy, which ultimately it leaves me feeling worse.
And it's not.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then the other one is the notifications.
Oh, I turned all those things off.
Getting caught up in what's going on. But here's the deal. Here's what you don't understand. I need you. Please listen.
Come a little closer.
Please listen to this. They have actual scientists.
Yeah.
They have scientists that are working on social media, and it is designed to draw your attention and increase engagement. So you think that you are smarter than social media, and you are not. The reason that you have sat there for 1 hour when you only meant to clear a notification is actually because there is science behind your addiction.
Yeah. And an addiction is anything that has more control over you than you have control over it.
Yes.
So if you open it up and you can't just clear the notifications or reply to the one message and then get off, then perhaps it's controlling you more than you're controlling it.
Yes, that's the deal. They are made. Those notifications, the fact that they're red, the fact that they multiply in number, they're there scientifically to keep you distracted.
And you can turn them off. I have every single one of mine turned off. I check all of my social media accounts daily, but I have a designated time that I check them, and I go on in and I make sure that messages have been replied to, we've taken care of what we need to take care of, and then I get back out.
Which is where we're heading. So tips for overcoming.
Okay, yeah, here we go.
That's literally, and you already said, well, you've said all of them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks, Lauren.
Sorry, Sonny.
Okay.
we'll just touch on them one more time.
Touch on them real fast.
Just for the fella in the back.
She's too smart. Okay, that's the problem. No, it's because she has dealt with ADD for the majority of her life, and she fights procrastination all the time,
every day.
So she knows. But the number one tip for overcoming is whatever it is, just start.
Yeah, just do it.
To beat procrastination, just start doing the thing you've been putting off.
Yep.
Don't overthink it. Just begin.
And if you stop thinking in that moment and just take a step, just clear your mind, channel your inner robot, and just walk towards the thing that you need to start, you'll find yourself there doing something, and you'll want to continue doing it.
Yes. They even recommend setting a 15-minute timer.
Yeah.
So set a 15-minute timer. If you've been struggling with procrastinating on this thing, just do it. Set 15 minutes and then measure how you feel after that 15 minutes. If you still feel good then set another 15 minutes.
I just do one thing. I have to talk myself into putting the dishes away. I'm not even kidding you. There are so many things that I have to talk myself into. And I'll say, I'm just going to go put one dish away. I'm going to open the dishwasher and I'm going to put one dish away. And I put it away. And then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put one dish away, because objects in motion tend to stay in motion. And before I know it, the entire dishwasher is empty. But I convince myself to do it by one dish.
Okay. The second tip.
Oh my God.
Break it down into small, manageable chunks. Well, okay. Why am I even heading this up? Why did I find this information?
I promise we did not talk about this beforehand.
What is even happening here? Okay, break
One
it down.
dish.
Break it down into small, manageable chunks.
Here we are.
Sometimes we procrastinate when we feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So you see the whole dishwasher and you don't want to unload the whole dishwasher.
It's just a dishwasher. There's not that much stuff in it anyway, but it's just the thing. Just don't want to do it.
Just open it and just break it down. Say, okay,
one
even
thing.
if you just say one thing or just the top, I'll just put away the glasses.
Just the silverware. We're out of spoons again.
Yes. This makes the overall effort more manageable. Your mind registers that the tasks are small enough to be handled.
Yes, exactly.
So your brain is like, okay.
Remove the overwhelm.
It removes the overwhelm, and then it starts like once you see that you're doing things and
Yeah.
you see that it's happening, you get the satisfaction
Yes.
of a job is being
Dopamine.
Yes. And then the third one. So you got whatever it is, she's already laughing. Whatever it is, just start. Number 2, break it down into small, manageable chunks. And number 3 is organization, becoming more organized. People sometimes procrastinate because they overestimate how much they can achieve in a certain time frame.
Yep.
So this can be really helpful if you're feeling like I can't do it because there's too much to do.
I can't do it all, so I can't do it at all.
So breaking it down, and this says, if you, what you said earlier, which is making me laugh, my brain is laughing at it. Limit distractions by taking the notifications off of your phone. Closing applications on your computer. If you have 50 tabs open, close those tabs.
Yep.
Placing your phone in another room.
Yep.
While you are working. My husband has taken the Facebook apps off of his phone.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
he
great.
has to actually like go into
Get
the
on the
internet.
computer.
Yes. So that it doesn't pop up.
Yeah.
So making your to-do list can be really helpful as well. Cleaning your office space. All of those. Like if you do a brain dumping, which means writing everything down that you need to get done, but then circling the top 3 things that need the most attention.
Top priority.
Your top priorities. So all of those are really helpful for organization purposes.
I need to do a big clean out of my house. Like there's a purge that I want to do, right? And I keep thinking about it. And every time I think about it, I'm very overwhelmed. And I know all the tricks. Okay, guys, for real. Like I know all the tricks. I've been doing them most of my life.
Yeah.
And the other day I was like, okay, I just need to pick one space to start. And I already did the kitchen. So it's not like I haven't already started.
Yes.
But so much is left that I'm like, I just need to pick the next one.
Yes.
And just do it. Because let me tell you, once I get going, I move fast, I move efficiently, and I love throwing stuff away.
Yes. Well, we don't have motivation, we cultivate it.
Yes.
So by doing that, by finally just starting, whatever it is, just starting or breaking it down into small tasks, by cleaning up your area, by getting organized, by removing notifications off of your phone, whenever you're taking those steps, you are building motivation.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
That feels so good.
It feels so, and then it says, "Hey, keep going."
Yep. And then
doing
when
this.
it's done, I feel lighter and I feel less stressed and I feel less overwhelmed and I feel less anxiety. Like everything just feels better without this extra weight of all the things.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so fulfilling.
Yeah. Well, you know how kids clean their rooms, right?
Yeah. I probably still clean my room the same way a child does. I'm not even kidding.
My kids, and they do.
It gets worse before it gets better.
I do see that they're making an effort, but it is not mom clean. Okay. So every once in a while, I go in when they're at school and I just kind of purge things.
Yes. Yeah.
And
I need to do that for my children again.
I did that and I was like, ooh, why did I do this? But after I started with my oldest room, man, it felt great. And I looked in there and it was wonderful.
Yep.
And so I said, okay, I'm going on to the second. And went to this. Now my middle child is an ADD child. That
Who
one
is
was
also a boy and also a tween, which let's be fair is like the perfect storm. Okay. I'm just saying.
that one slowed momentum a little bit.
Yeah.
And that was rough. It took a while, but because he had been cleaning, he does his chores.
Does he stash stuff?
Oh my gosh.
Because my son, I tell you, he's like a little squirrel.
It's a squirrel.
He hides stuff away for later. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What is happening?
It's real
here?
bad. He's out of socks. And I realized it's because they were all under his bed. All of his socks were under his bed. And we've been wondering, what is that smell?
Oh, that is so disgusting.
What is the smell coming from his room? His room is clean, but there is a smell.
I'm going to gag just thinking about it.
It's like mounds of dirty socks.
That's
It's
so
just
gross.
been under his bed.
And he plays sports.
He plays
Those are some
sports.
vile socks.
And he's 12.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh my word. But point was, as I got into the motivation of doing it step by step, I was like, okay, Let me hit
Yeah.
another room. All right, let me do this. And even with deciding, okay, today is going to be laundry day while I'm doing my work, I've set that motivation, and I got up that morning, put the first load on, moving it into the dryer, and then putting another load on. It just got me, and I was like, okay. I even take a picture of the before so that I keep the momentum of, okay, I've been putting off, putting off doing the laundry.
Have you ever time lapsed?
Yes.
Oh, it's so satisfying. You do a time lapse of yourself cleaning up a space.
You know what?
And then you watch it when you're done, and it's even more satisfying.
I did a time lapse on my laundry room one time because it was so bad. So bad.
And then
it looked great.
And it was like the best day ever.
Was just
that
wonderful.
You get to relive over and over and over again because you have the video.
Yes. It's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, top contributors: lack of belief in your abilities, fear and anxiety, perfectionism, and then the number one is distraction. Social media being at the top of that. All right.
Can we add kids to that list? They're distracting too.
Yes, they are. Tips for overcoming. Lauren gave them all away. Whatever it is, just start.
Just do it.
Just do it. Done is better than perfect.
Totally.
And actually, when you start, you get the momentum going. Break it down into small, manageable chunks.
Just bite it off.
How
do you eat an elephant?
Your brain, one bite at a time.
That's right.
So your brain sees the whole thing, and the whole thing is like, that's going to cause and take too much energy.
Also,
but when you can break it down, huge.
Why do we want to eat an elephant?
Why did that ever start?
Yeah, why is that a thing?
Does anyone eat elephants?
I would hope not. That's just so sad. Don't eat an elephant.
I guess it's because it's the biggest.
Why is it more sad than eating a cow? It somehow is. I'm like, don't eat the elephant. Elephants are so pretty.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I don't want to. Then you're like, how do you eat a cow? One bite at a time. That sounds disgusting too.
But we do eat cows. I mean, I don't eat
It just says gross. It just sounds gross when you say it like that.
I guess because it is the biggest. So that's
maybe
that's where it came from.
How do you eat a whale?
Oh, that's the biggest.
I'm just saying.
That's the biggest mammal. See, some of y'all were already correcting me.
That's right.
As you were listening. And the third one, become more organized. So organize your phone. Take the notifications off. Take the whole app off, even if it's becoming a distraction to you. Clean up your desk area. Clean up your office. Do a brain dump. Put everything on a list and circle the ones that are high priority that have to get done, and those will help. So there you go. You learned about what it is, the top contributors, and tips for avoiding it.
Sunny, that was so fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you knew it. You knew it all, but maybe they didn't. You did.
I live that life, man. Our amazing Sunny, our fantastic mindset coach here, brain health specialist, has written a phenomenal ebook about relationships and respect and love. And it is so great. And it is available for you right now. Just check the link below. You're definitely going to want to get your copy. It's an ebook, so instant download. You can start reading right now.
Very quick.
If you have any questions once you're reading, you can hit us up.
Absolutely.
Because Sunny is available for your Q&A. And if we get enough questions, we will do a Q&A here on our show, which would be super fun.
I would love it.
Super fun. Thank you so much for showing up today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow. Go ahead and do that right now. Don't procrastinate it. You're going to want to do it right now so you don't forget, because like done is better than perfect. So just
there we go.
Click it right there.
Small manageable chunk.
Just a little bite size. And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, friends.